This is a memo dated September 14th, 2011. Department of the Navy, Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, up on Wisconsin Avenue, Bethesda, Maryland. Visited up there and visited wounded a number of times. And this memo is from the commander of Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. Subject: Wounded, Ill, and Injured Partners in Care Guidelines. Policy memo number 10-015, and there's a bunch of other stamped numbers here that do reference off of the website. And it gives some directive about the purpose, applicability, official, wounded, ill, and injured partners visits, how they should be conducted, etc. And policy according to patient and family-centered care. Mr. Speaker, children in good health, the age of 18, are encouraged to participate. It goes on. Here's how the family should conduct themselves in visiting the wounded. Here's the intensive care units, how we would do that. Here are exceptions, visits before or after the established hours, how that might work. And then visitation for certain kind of patients, etc. Those visiting the WII in an official capacity will make their request 5 days in advance, get in the goal line. A number of these provisions, as I read through here, the family, the leadership, members of the executive. This memo directs towards the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary branches of government, members of the executive, legislative, to include professional staff members, judiciary, active duty, general flag, and senior executive service personnel, is telling all of us, members of Congress, the President and all of his people, the judiciary, the judges, the judiciary branch, and all of their staff, or at least the legislative staff, what we can and can't do when we visit the wounded at Walter Reed, including active duty, general flag, and senior executive services, celebrities, ports personnel, etc., members of the press, all these people that are listed. Here's what you can and can't do. Now, I'll get to my point here on the last page, Mr. Speaker. Partners in Care Guidelines. That's all of us bound by this memo, supposedly. All family visits must be scheduled 5 days in advance, as I said. Group size can't be over 5. All partners under the age of 18 must be accompanied by an adult. Okay, fine. I'm good enough with that. Can't take pictures unless the patient agrees. Fine with that. Due to dietary restrictions and infectious disease protocols, the distribution of home-produced baked goods to the patients, families, and staff members is prohibited. You can't bring cookies to the patients. Boy, that's tough. But I wouldn't be standing here if that was the worst thing, Mr. Speaker. That's item E. I went A, B, C, D, E. Here's item F. And I'll read it into the record. Quote, no religious items, i.e., Bibles, reading material, and or artifacts are allowed to be given away or used during a visit. Close quote. Mr. Speaker, these military men and women who are recovering at Walter Reed at Bethesda have given their all for America. They've given their all for America, and they've defended and taken an oath to the Constitution, and here they are. The people that come to visit them can't bring a religious artifact. They can't bring a Bible. They can't use them in the services. A priest can't walk in with the Eucharist and offer communion to a patient who might be on their deathbed, because it's prohibited in this memo from the Department of the Navy, the Commander Walter Reed, and signed, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, by C.W. Callahan, Chief of Staff. I'd ask consent to introduce these documents into the record. And I thank the gentleman, and I yield back the balance.